everybody, and welcome to my channel, Frankie Upcycles. I'm Frankie. Okay, so I found these. Their sticker's still on it. $1. There's two of them. Like I said, they was just both $1 a piece. They're metal. And I used them for Christmas last year, but of course, you know, you can't leave them up year round. They go over your stove eyes. And my stove is old, but it's still working. So hey, my daddy always said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But anyway, I got to get the rest of the life out of it before I get a new one. But anyway, I want to cover up my stove eyes, but I can't use these all year round. So this is what I'm gonna do. I got me some fabric here because my stove's black, and I am gonna lay one of them right here. And I think I got enough fabric to do right here. Now I got to iron this fabric, it's a wrinkle. And then I am just gonna cut out about that much all the way around. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this elastic and I'm gonna go all the way around it. And then I'll have me some covers. And then at Christmas time, I just take the covers off. So let's hop to it. All right, so I got them both cut out. And then all I got to do, and I'm going to start right in the middle, and I'm going to anchor my thread down. All right, and then I'm just going to start pulling on it. Well, look at there. I guess I had it anchored down enough, did I? Anyway, we're just going to pull it and sew it. Pull it and sew it. Pull it and sew it. And I'm going to go all the way around it, and I'll show you what it's going to look like. A little noisy. Okay. Well, here's the top. Just going to slide it on. Hope that sucker don't pop out and hit me in the head. Look at there, look at there, look at there. Okay. And like I said, at Christmas time, I just take them off, and this will just cover up my stove eyes because they're not in that good a shape. Let's go put them on my stove. That's dirty. Wait, say you. Now let's work on this. Right there. So I got those little designs and stuff off of Temu one time, and they've been on there quite a while. But now they're coming out, I don't know if y'all have noticed it, they're coming out with little curtains for your, over your dishwasher, or over your oven and stuff like that. And, you know, I'm going to put one up right here so you can see. And those are cute and everything, but here, you don't have to go buy one of those. Just go to your thrift store. Let me show you. And get you a valance curtain. Now measure it, you know, from where your little rod's going to be and how much, you know, you want it to drape down. I got this one right here. Isn't that cute? Love that color. Thought it would go good with my microwave. Anyway, go to your Walmart and get you one of these. Now these are just magnets. They're magnets that used to be on the door, so that's what's got something on it. Anyway, just put that on there, and then we'll go back to the kitchen and we'll put it on. This is going to save you some money because you get these valances real cheap. No sense in making one of those for your stove. Plus two, you know, all of those are made different and it may not fit your stove. So let's go. Here we go. Now, like I said, that's magnet. So I'm just going to put this magnet on. We're just going to it out. And the funny thing about it is at nighttime, it works as a night light. Watch this. Okay, let me cut the light on. Can you see it? Anyway, I just thought that was cute. Okay, since we're on the Christmas thing, at that yard sale that I got, you know, you can go to a yard sale. It don't matter what time, August, October, you're going to find Christmas stuff. So anyway, don't overlook it. You know, you can find some good stuff there. But anyway, I found a couple of dish towels that were you know, already stained and stuff. But I got them for 10 cents, so, you know, score for me. The reason I got them was because I cut what was on it out. And I know it's too early for Christmas, but since I was fixing that other, I thought I'd do this. Anyway, I got me a breeches leg right there. And I'm going to sew this on here like that. And then I got to cut it open first. And then I'm going to cut me out 2 little pieces of this. And I'm going to put it right through here as my casing. Put me some drawstrings on it. And I got me a little wine bag holder. So let's get to it. Okay, I'm going to use my oil bottle for my measurement. So I'm thinking I want that string to be coming right about here. And so I guess I need to cut it off right about here. So that's where I'm going to cut, and that was my measurement. I'm just going to open it up through the side so I can get to it. I think I'll leave this up intact. So now I can get to it. I'm going to take it to my machine, and I'm going to sew my little Santa Claus on, and I'll be right back. I'm just going to do a zigzag all the way around him. Just going to give this a quick press. This is going to be my casing for my string. Okay, so here's my open end. And then what I've done is I cut that piece, you know, and then I folded it in 2. That's going to be my casing. So here it is. At this end, on both ends right here, I just folded it under, and I'm going to sew it straight across. But here's what I'm fixing to do. Go all the way around, and I'm going to come back to the front like this right here, and then it'll stop right about there. Then I can put my string in and untie it. So I'm going to sew this across and then sew this on. But before I do that, I got to sew it together. Forgot to say that. Okay, I'm just going to slip it over my arm and just go all the way around. Now I'm just going to do the other side. Alright, so now I got me a green ribbon, and I'm just going to run it through here with my trusty little gadget. Okay, so now I got it turned inside out. That's my bottom. I'm going to sew me a straight line all the way across, and then I'm going to box it in. Okay, so what I'm fixing to do is just lay it flat like this right here, and I'm just going to sew across both of these sides right here, and then that'll box it in for me. Okay, I got them marked right here on both sides where I want to sew across. I just ran it through the serging machine just to make sure it was good and gonna be good and sturdy. All right, let's turn it inside out. So see, okay, here's my box bottom. Okay, now your wine bottle's not going to have your oil spout in there, so just keep in mind that it'll be down here. I think it turned out right cute. Anyway, you got something to send your gift in. Okay, while I was at it, I made me a set of black ones too. That way I can just change them out when it gets dirty. Plus, my stove's black. All right, so my last little makeover is gonna be this little lampshade. Okay, so you ever got those lampshades got that plastic in the middle, and over a period of time, you know, it just gets brittle and it cracks or whatever? Well, this was at the thrift store. I was looking for a little smaller lampshade for my lamp here. That's why Sally B's got that one on her head, because it's a little bit too big. Anyway, I was seeing this one, and the lady at the thrift store I go to all the time, she said, "Oh, just take it. She's not supposed to be out here anyway." it was broke because the inside of it, you know, it was cracked and there was a big old chip out of it. So I thought, well, I'll just take it home and I'll just take that stuff off. Sometimes you do that stupid stuff. Let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, so I took it off. I took it off. I wasn't thinking that's what was holding it up. So anyway, I thought, well, I guess I just threw it away. It was free anyway. But I decided, well, it'll stay up this way, right here. It'll stay up that way. But it looks bad, you know, and plus my light bulb will be sticking up to here. So I'm going to not use it this way because that's what it would look like. Anyway, I'm going to fix it and use it this way. So let me show you what I got. I pulled out, I can't believe I took that off of there, which it needed to come off anyway, it was broke. Anyway, okay, so I've got this right here, and it's a piece that I had been cutting off of, and it's a lacy, I think it was a lacy valance. So I'm going to take it, and I am going to glue it all the way around, and then I'll get another piece at the top to make it a little taller so you won't see my light bulb. Let's try it. So what I'm doing is just pinning it or clipping it around, and then I'm going to find the end right here. I want to cut that off right through here, and I'm going to sew these two pieces together, and then I'll come back and glue it around the top edge. All right, I have got that sewed on, and I'm going to cut this excess off. That's some tough lace. Okay, now, whew, that hurt my fingers. Now I'm fixing to flip it back over and then put it on the top of the lampshade and glue it on. Okay, I went ahead and put my light bulb in there so I'd know how much I need to make the top lace. And you know what's luck would have it, these things lined up really good. So, whoop, my seam is sort of seamless because it lined up with the rest of it. So I'm going to get this glued to the top right here so it'll stay on. And then I'm going to glue another piece right here. All right, I cut me another one to hide my light bulb because I was wanting to use this one, but it wasn't quite tall enough. You'd still see the top of my light bulb, which I didn't want that showing. So I'm going to pull it around. I stuck me a piece of elastic on here so it'd be easier for me to get on. So I'm going to glue this one on first up to the top. I'm going to glue that on, and then I'm going to put this one up here, and that will sort of hold it up in place. Okay, it's coming along, so now all I got to do is just glue this one to the top, and I think that'll help it hold it up. Okay, so there's my upcycled lampshade. You know, I had made something a good while back, and you know, sometimes you don't see the whole picture until you're not looking at the picture, and then you look at the picture again and you're thinking something's wrong. Well, I made these a good while back, and the more I looked at them, and I just never, I wore them the one time and they were in my closet. I thought I got to do something with them because, you know, if I'm not wearing them, I need to do something with them because it was just taking up space. Anyway, I decided what I would do is just cut them off because I just thought that was just way too much too much. I was looking more like I thought it was a clown. I mean, you know, hindsight's 20/20. Anyway, let me show you what I did. I think they look a whole lot better cut off. So now I'll wear them. Well, okay, that was my upcycles for today. I hope you enjoyed them. Hit that subscribe button, that like button. I'd appreciate it. And until next time, you know what I'll say. May God bless you. May God bless your family. And y'all stay safe. I'll see you next time.